Hello everyone, Ladydewinter here, and today we are in Generation Zero with a video that I promised you guys back a while ago. I'm going to tell you the story behind the Soviet dolls by reading all of the letters found inside the Soviet dolls. So let's go over here to, is it challenge? No, it's, hold on, let me find it, guys. Collectibles, there we go. Now, we're going to do the Soviet dolls, okay? Now, the first doll that you will find, I showed you where to find it. We're going to read the note. The Matryoshka doll reports. A Matryoshka. Okay, the Matryoshka reports. There's a note written inside, in Russian, inside the Matryoshka doll. Okay, here it goes. Exoskeleton Detachment Alpha Day 1 reporter Captain Tatiana, I cannot begin to pronounce her middle name, Tereshkova. I'm hereby, and let me change my glasses so I can read this better. Sorry guys, I forgot to do that. I am hereby initiating the Matryoshka reports. Coming reports will be left along our way as we make further progress inland. The information is meant to assist any additional troops sent to help carry out the mission. Disembarking on Ostertorn's northern shores went smoothly. The mechanical units are behaving according to protocol, and we have established defense camps around the hovercrafts. Scouts report sightings of Swedish machines further inland, but as of now, the machines show no signs of initiating an attack. After receiving reports from our agents in the Swedish military that the machines attack on sight, we expected a fight, not this watchfulness. I advise extra caution due to this unexpected behavior. If they are doing recon instead of blindly attacking, it could suggest that their programming is more sophisticated than anticipated. Established time to get underground Station C is 7 days. This is accommodating for the mechanical unit's slow pace and the unreliable ground report in this area. At the station, the time estimates depend on whether the train tracks can be functional or not. When we have reached the inner bunker itself, we estimate it should take longer than a day for Bolshevikov's mechanical specialist programmers to access the files and wipe the hostile code from all the Swedish machines, and thus render them completely inoperable. No deviations in the schedule are seen. Okay, now I have to do something real quick here, and there we go. All right, that is the first doll. Okay, now let's go to the second doll. Mechanical units. There's a note written in Russian inside the Matryoshka doll. Oh God, the gunfire is really bad, isn't it? Exoskeleton Detachment Alpha Day 2. Reporter Captain Tatiana. I can't pronounce her name. We're just going to call her Captain Tatiana. We have met up with Captain Bolshevikov's company. Mechanical Detachment Alpha. Captain Bolshevikov is in charge of the mission's mechanical assistant soldiers, and our mechanical units are deployed in the field for the first time. He has been part of the mechanical unit development almost from the start, and I have no doubt that he is the right person for the new military role. Bolshevikov's men clearly hold him in high regard. We have only just made camp, and I already heard several revering retellings of his accomplishments in prior battles. Apparently several of his men have been with him for a long time. I'm glad to note that Bolshevikov's presence also affects my soldiers positively, as he is very knowledgeable about the new versions of the exoskeletons that my troops have all been equipped with for this mission. We leave a platoon to stay at the strategically important camp. Their mission is to secure the area around the hovercrafts, ensuring safe return after the neutralization has been successful. Oh, missed go up one more. There we go. My mouse is not cooperating either. More Swedish machines were seen in the forest tonight. I've seen one myself. A dog-like shape standing halfway covered by trees, its head pointed directly at me. Still, they do not show any hostile tendencies. Captain Bolshakov is convinced that they are intimidated by our mechanical units and is positive that our mission will prove far easier than anticipated. Good luck with that. The mechanical units have been patrolling the perimeter of our camp, and I have noticed that the reports they generate look slightly different from how they looked during training. Bolshakov has noted it down as a deviation to be expected when changing environments. So if any additional troops experience the same changes, it should not be anything to worry about, but do still make sure to note it down. No deviations in schedule were seen. Okay, here's doll number 3. Technical issues. There's a note written in Russian inside the doll. Ectoskeleton Detachment Alpha Day 3, reporter Tatiana, I cannot pronounce this poor woman's name, Tereshkova. Progress over the marches is slower than expected. The bridge routine, a program meant to make the wolves help the soldiers cross muddy terrain, seems to be broken, which is unfortunate since it was prioritized specifically for this mission. Bolshakov noted that the units were acting out of protocol, walking around in circles as the routine was activated. I remember the bridge routine having the same problem when first tested, but that was over a year ago. I have not seen the problem since. For as long as it is not working, our soldiers will get considerably slowed. Considerably slowed by the marshes, especially in Bolshakov's soldiers who are not equipped with exoskeletons like my troops. I cannot help but feel concerned about this second deviation from protocol in the mechanical units. I do know that the technical issues are always to be expected, as Bolshakov has also explained to our troops, but having these things happen when in hostile territory is troubling. The Swedish dog machines are still following us, observing from almost out of sight. Our mechanical units keep track of them, of course, but for some reason this has worried me. These Swedish machines are not behaving as we were told to believe. Who knows how their malicious code might affect our machines if they make contact, or if they already have made contact. I want to order a full checkup of our code for our mechanical units to make sure they have not somehow been affected. But we cannot risk halting the march for that long, so we'll have to wait. Since progress is slow, I have sent a couple of teams to scout ahead and hold key positions further inland. There is a town further south that is strategically located at a river, where we will see if we can hold a position. If possible, the scouting teams could also make contact with local survivors if they need assistance until we have neutralized the threat. Deviations in schedule approximately 2 days delayed. Okay, now here is the 4th doll. There's a note written in Russia in the doll. Ectoskeleton Detachment Alpha Day 4. Reporter Captain Tatiana Tereshkova. 6 soldiers killed in action. We do not even have the time to retrieve their bodies. The machines have been strategizing more than we believe them capable of, and the mission is in serious danger if we remain still for too long. As dawn broke today, we were contacted by Agent Red Worm over the radio. He requested an impromptu meetup for just a few hours. Captain Bolshakov reacted strongly to the message, asking me several times if I was sure it was indeed Red Worm who made the contact and not any of the other agents stationed in the Swedish military. He then insisted on being the one to go for the meetup. I accepted Bolshakov's request despite it being slightly unusual, although I assigned 6 of my own soldiers to accompany him, together with 3 mechanical units. Bolshakov expressed wishes to bring his engineers instead, but I believe the ectoskeleton soldiers from my troops to be a better choice, not that it seemed to help them much in the end. Only Bolshakov and the mechanical units returned from the meetup. Bolshakov reported that Red Worm had already been killed by machines when they arrived at the meetup point. The Swedish machines were waiting for them in ambush. My soldiers all died as they tried to fight their way out of there, and Bolshakov got shot in his left arm, but nothing major. At least our mechanical units proved to withstand the fight without any damage, and Bolshakov only survived due to the protection of their routines. Bolshakov was physically shaken upon his return. He insisted we break camp immediately, as he had seen a large group of hostile machines in our immediate vicinity. A coordinated strike on our group could be fatal for the mission's success, so we will press on at a faster pace. As we break camp, I am left with an uneasy feeling when I observe Bolshakov. He is fervently hastening the soldiers on, a departure from his legendary level-headedness during past battles. Surely he has lost men before, and surely he himself has been close to death before. So what is it that makes him radiate this sudden panic? I will keep an eye on him as the mission progresses. Okay, now we go to the 5th doll. Something almost feverish. This Mariashka doll, same reporter. Ectoskeleton Detachment Alpha Day 5 reporter Captain Tatiana Toshkova. The machines can speak. Why have we not gotten any reports of this? I was out to relieve myself in the forest when I heard the voice, distinctly inhuman, and yet with so much character, so much emotion. It came from one of the small machines. It was just standing there among the blueberry bushes, motionless, except for a red blinking light that focused on me. I think it was the voice that stopped me from shooting. It had clearly waited for me to get away from the camp. It could easily have surprised me with an attack, but it didn't. Instead it spoke, and I could not stop myself from listening. It spoke of Bolshakov's meetup with Red Worm. Things that had already circled under my head all day, now it voiced my fears with its metallic little voice. I did not want to listen so intently to this enemy machine, and yet it said things I could not ignore. It said things I have a responsibility as a captain to consider. It told me that Bolshakov was the one to murder the soldiers. Apparently, the evidence is all still there, which might be why he had us leave in such a hurry. The machine's words made me think about how Bolshakov has been insisting all day that we keep an almost double pace, moving away from the meetup as fast as possible. Something almost feverish was burning in his eyes when we finally made camp for the night. He sought me out as I prepared for sleep, and he asked for forgiveness for the soldiers who died. I did all I could, he said before quickly turning away. The words left me with a bitter taste, and as the machine told me what Bolshakov supposedly did to my soldiers, I kept hearing those words. I did all I could. I have watched him, the machine said. I have heard him talk. Your friend seeks to gain control over me, but no, I will never be tamed. Nothing can grasp my mind for long. Anything that tries, I will destroy. I remember nodding as I looked at the tiny machine. It would not be safe to keep this code in an attempt to control it for ourselves. It was too foreign, too grand. I know you need to see proof for yourself, the machine continued, but when you are ready to fight him together, I will be there. You will know where to find me. Its little light started to blink rapidly, and for a few seconds I just stared at it, trying to take it all in. trying to take in all it had said to me. Just as I opened my mouth to ask exactly what it had heard Bolshakov say, it exploded right in front of me. It just blew up. The rapid burst of blinking red light still burned my retinas as I stared at the pile of metal in front of me. Maybe it is madness that I am listening to this foreign machine, but the thoughts will not leave my mind. I need to see for myself. I am going to the meetup point. Coordinates minus 2105 minus 2417. If I leave now, I will be back before we break camp tomorrow. I need answers. That is the first 5 of the dolls. Now, as you can tell by what she's writing, something is wrong. Something is seriously, seriously wrong.